Hello, everybody. This is this is just a test. See how this works. Pretty much just have to figure this out as I go. Having to adjust everything here. Nope, that doesn't work. Well, now that's all messed up. All the scuffness. I think I got everything in the right spot. Sorry about that. But yeah. Actual overhead. And I've got Modern Horizon 3 cards that I need to sort. I'm just going to go through this. I wanted to give my thoughts on the commander bans. Basically, I don't really care. I do have the cards. I have at least one mana crypt. I just the funny thing here is literally the day after. Where are you? There it is. Hold a full foil borderless jeweled lotus. Don't care. Like, yeah, it sucks, but it's Magic. It changes. I actually support it more than I hate it because it's like if the card was more out there and everyone had access to it and the price was down, then everyone could use it. So, I don't really care. I have an idea to use my Jeweled Lotus, at least one of them, because I have two. I have the original extended art foil, back from when they were like $700. I packed that one too. So, it's not like I wasn't hit by it. I was hit by it. Let's get... I want to get this started. So I go first row monocolor, second row allied colors, third row enemy color, last row multicolor artifact. I already have this partially sorted because I already did some mana box. So this first part's probably going to go fast. Yeah, multicolor, I usually just set back in the third row and deal with them later. So, Modern Horizon 3, thought it was okay. I actually want to move forward here. There we go. So I got all the regular commander decks. Those are all in here. So I've had some ideas for like doing pack openings again. I was trying to get into it, but I wanted also to get this set back up. Ah, sorry. Like the whole reason I didn't stream yesterday is I'm still having a little issue with it, but my back is just unhappy as hell. So it's just hard to sit and think past all that pain. This one's got a bunch. This set, Modern Horizon 3, has a bunch of color stuff in it. I'm probably just gonna pitch it over for now. Sometimes I use the extra boxes on the side for that. I do think that people are going to play more stuff like Coalition Relic and stuff now. And under the right circumstances, Coalition Relic can be really good. Because, I mean, that's what bans are supposed to do. They're supposed to allow for more creativity. Oh, that's a black card. Oops. I got mixed in. Check this real quick. That's all colorless. Here's where get back into multicolor. All the new fetch cards. Gift of the Viper, Twisted Landscape, Warped Tusker. Green. I sort by color identity because I'm mainly a commander player. And I would rather be looking for stuff in certain color identities than sorting through everything and dealing with color identity later. Pulling a card that isn't in the color identity I thought it was. So for me, color identity building is a huge thing. So that's why my collection is sorted like that. I've got 2 bundle boxes full of cards that are going through here. Victimize. Major Trainer. I did like that they printed a Slith. But I feel like they kind of picked bad. They kind of set it up in a bad way. I almost would have liked that if you got... I think it would have been funnier if you got the energy on hit. Yeah, if you got energy on hit and you could then turn it into +1/+1 counters. And I drop stuff. Oh yeah, it's storage circle, story circle, storage. This is kind of a thing I've just gotten used to doing, is like one-handed sorting. And just sorting through the randomness of a pack. And you can always get something wrong because you're looking too far ahead or something. Justice of Titania. Glad that finally got a decent reprint. There's a 6 with the old border. Scooted that completely off the other side. Knight. This was a bunch of foils I did. They're all together because it's harder to, when you're doing scanning, which I do with opening fresh or when I bring home like fresh product, to sort to get the value of whatever I opened. The scanner does better when you put all the foils at the same time. So that's why you'll see a big clump of foils right now. These were all the foils from all the packs I opened. Instant Grounds, Drowner of Truth, some Urza's Caves, Destiny, some Foil Landscapes. Inspired Inventor, another right, Amped Raptor. The new energy stuff was cool, but it doesn't really quite... I mean, it adds a lot more variety, but I don't know if it did quite what I thought. Azalak. Here's all the white, blue stuff. Some more white, or blue, black. That's one box. Morphon. This is a chunk of legendaries I was looking at to make sure I didn't have them in my legendary collection. So, since I love building commander decks, I like keeping legends by themselves so I can just go through them. So I have currently 2 boxes. It might start flowing into a third of just legends or cards that can be used as commander. Here's green I already sorted. So this is mostly all monocolor. Red. Black. Oh yeah, here's a chunk of foils I did. Stamped Detective Phoenix. And this should all just be white. Alright. So, first sort by color. Just makes it easy, get stuff out of the way. using fat packs, I'm just going to stack it back in color, reverse color order. At least for all the multicolored stuff. Then I usually just set all my colors to the side. Or all the monocolored to the side and pick up what first color I'm starting with, white. And this is where I just go alphabetic. It's not complete alphabetic. I should get one of the larger trays, but once you get used to it, it's not bad. Because there's certain things you can skip. Because they usually are the least printed letters. And some I kind of, because so few are printed in those ones, I double them up. Like IJK usually, WXY. I did like that they put an Eldrazi Displacer in the Eldrazi deck. Swap. Ruin. They'll be unworthy. English Conjurer. Area Auxiliary. T. T's there's usually a ton of. And O. I'll put L by itself. Deus. H. This is, like I said, this is mostly just a test to see how this looks. And that V I'll put over there too. Witch Enchanter. Umbra. I do like Umbras. I always like it when they print a new one. I just wish they weren't. I wish auras weren't so bad just to start with. Auras have always had kind of a bad rap throughout most of Magic's history. There's an R. Razor Grass, Ambush. And you'll never be perfect. I also really like getting commander cards in foil. Like cards that haven't been printed in a foil. well. Austere Command, this is commander deck stuff. Legion, Akroma's Will, Localized Destruction, Ovation Colossus, Hourglass. Hourglass will be lost. Whenever I see an hourglass in Magic, I first think of Scourglass. So I get everything sorted, I collapse everything down. So I can use the front of the tray to do final sorting of every card. Just one crib swap from the deck. Oops, area auxiliary first. Arm. Da, 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 da. Alleviate Karma's Will. I think we get into the Angels. I do up to playsets. So there's a playset of Area Auxiliary. Goes in a sleeve. So if I'm doing like standard decks or something, I can just pull a full playset at a time. Actually, I need to get my mana box open so I can start actually doing this, and I need to get my shoe set up. I do everything in just the 2-row shoes. I have yet to fold this one up. There you go. 2-row shoe. This was MH3 and what, M3C. We just can't do this in gloves. These gloves don't work well with smartphones. So I just, on my mana box app here, I just put MH3/M3C because I'm going to store them in the same box under collection. And start adding. There we go. Start just adding cards. So I've got my area auxiliaries. I got 4 copies of them, add them to a collection, and start filling in the box. Actually, it's easier to do plastic with a ungloved hand. Storm Rock. I'm right-handed and I want to do it the other way. I'm just gently setting them in the shoe, and for the most part, they'll stay up. And so here's the other thing. If it's over 5, I have levels of stuff. So like if it's over $5, it first gets a perfect fit. Chroma is currently going for $8.99 on the low. And I sort my whole collection by low. I like to know the minimum value. There we go. Double sleeve to Chroma's will. Just ruin. That and this. Angel Ruin worth almost nothing. I have thought about like doing phone screen capture to also put on screen, but I haven't quite gotten that figured out yet. This one's the extended art. Not worth really anything right now. Your command, 25 cents on the low end. Is there really no B? No, there isn't. It just goes straight to C, which all I have is the curve swap. I'm gonna take out the gloves. They're not helping. Distinguished Conjurers and Dog Umbras. Conjurers are first. But yeah. Every set gets a shoe. Every different printing gets a sleeve up to a playset. This is why I have a collection that's a huge number of shoes all around this room. One of each. So the main reason why I name the just do the shorthand for the sets is so I know when I just go search the whole collection for a certain card, I know which boxes are which. Because I also use mana box a lot for when I'm checking for which cards I have. Ancestors. Essence Reliquary. And Kill the Unworthy. These are 55 cents. I just thought Eldrazi Displacer would be used a lot more. Because there is some broken stuff you can do with ETBs. But it just never found its place. Or at least it hasn't found its place yet. I mean, you can say that from almost pretty much every Magic card ever printed. It hasn't found its place yet. Oh, grabbed a perfect fit? Yeah, that's perfect. I grabbed a perfect fit by mistake. Okay. Sometimes the app lags really bad. I try to do my best to make sure my collection's accurate. Spell the Unworthy. Too regular. single farewell. Yeah, 450 these days. Not enough for a perfect fit. I have a decent amount of farewells in my collection. Hope everyone is having a good day while I'm just sitting here yapping and sorting cards. Glyph Elemental is really first. This one's interesting, but I kind of almost wish it... I kind of wish it was worse in a way. Because landfall, when it enters, you put the +1/+1 counter on Glyph Elemental. I kind of wish while it was bestowed, it would put the counter on the creature. And I know that would be bad in the long run. But I kind of like it better that way. Because right now it puts it on the elemental. Well, the elemental is not a creature, it doesn't get anything, so this doesn't work like with any of the Outlast creatures that give like trample and stuff while it's bestowed. Because it doesn't count as the creature. The creature it is bestowing does not count as modified by +1/+1 counters. It does count as modified, but not by +1/+1 counters. Sorry if I sound louder than normal. To get my mic over here, it gets a little more in my face. Pick up a new pack of penny sleeves. So this is just the brand I've bought cases of, is this cardboard gold. I don't throw these, I keep these little zip bags, because you never know what you can use them for. I usually use them for if I pop out the paper tokens and give them away to people. Yep, 3 of those. Guide of the Souls. One extended art. And 1 regular. Both non-foil. Hexagold Slith. One and 4. Hourglass. 32 cents on the low end. Counters. Remove X time counters from it and exile it. Return each non-land permanent with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield X. Or activate as a sorcery. I mean, I totally believe it has a place in white, blue, red artifacts. 'Cause since it's not legendary, you can actually copy it really easily. And you just tick up the copies. Let's see. Expired inventors. I put J's in here too. And see, this is how as I work my way up, I have more room to work with. I don't have to keep picking everything up. Expired inventors, I got 2 foil. So I was actually looking at a Rex the Cyber Dog energy deck build, and these guys fit in that. Might be a deck I build at some point, but not quite yet. So this is where I got a bunch of printings. Start with the old style printing foil. I'm weird. I usually do foils and then non-foils. So if I would have had any like regular printing, old printing, non-foils, or non-foil old printings, it would have gone the old style foil, the new style foil, the old style non-foil, the new style non-foil, which is what I have here. I forgot I had one. And I usually just do this. They're all stacked backwards, so I can just pick up the whole stack and put it in the box. I mean, feel free to, if you're watching, to ask me any questions about any cards, my opinions on things. Let's see. Legion loyalty. This is the thing, if you want a nicely cared for collection, you have to go through all these steps. Localized destruction. Extended art. And then regular art. And we're already like halfway through the letters with M. What do we got? Mandibular kites. Metastatic evangels. Monument hedges, and a mustard the departed. Mandibular kites. 4 of. Metastatic evangel, old style foil. This one I think can be really powerful under the right circumstances. It's the whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your non-token creature. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, proliferate. Regular style foil. And one regular style. So I've been playing Magic since Planescape. Can never remember how to say it because I always want to say Planes Chase. No, it's Planescape. One of my favorite early sets is actually Prophecy, which a lot of people stick their nose up, but I kind of like how weird it is. And I like some of the Rhystic stuff that isn't Rhystic Study. I once bought a sealed box of, what was it, probably 2014, I bought a box of Rhystic, or of Prophecy, and I opened the foil Rhystic Tutor, which was, besides Rhystic Studies, was the most valuable thing at the time. For the rare slot. Didn't get any Rhystic Tutors, or Rhystic Studies, but the Rhystic Tutor was funny. Losing my track on everything. Okay. Monument Hedge, foil. Then I need to do the borderless. Other interesting Magic facts about me. If you know Magic's Editor 2 at all, the older custom card custom card creation program. I'll bring it up here. Show off something. See, how's the easiest way to do this? So there is something very specific. And this will prove that I was actually the one who did this. Because I have been used this username for a very long time. So one of the earliest iterations of my username is imprinted on the actual file. And yes, somebody could go in and change this, but this is where is it? Find my files. Is it on my desktop? There's Magic's Editor. What was it called? Nope, not that one. There it is. See if this does this. Image. Of course, I gotta go find it again. The problem is I keep an I keep a copy of Magic's Editor around, and with all of its files, every file ever created at a certain point, and so it's hard to go through them all. Go. So I was the one who created these, the template for this, the Flip Planeswalker. This was back when Planeswalkers were new and somebody requested on the old Magic's Editor forums for Flip Planeswalkers. So I, as a kid in high school, with my unlicensed copy of CS2, Photoshop CS2, knocked these out. And to do Magic's Editor, you have to do every color. So I have every color here. That includes colorless land and multicolor. And they just mask it. I had to make sure all the symbols looked correct and they all fit correctly and all the masks worked. And it was then taken by the actual creator of Magic's Editor. And he did the coding for it. And let's see, can I bring this up? If I remove this. Sorry, I'm not super fluent in, as I know I've been streaming for 2 years, but I'm not super fluent in OBS. It's not coming up. But basically, if you go into the actual, so every template in Magic's Editor has a what's called a style file, and it tells the program how to actually build the card as you're changing it to be for making custom cards. In that file, they list who did the coding and who did the images. And under Flip Planeswalkers, you'll actually find MA_RUL, which is what I went by on the forums back then. So, fun thing on the side I've been doing. I've been working on so there was always an idea that I wanted to kind of pursue of a perfect template, but it's almost impossible to do. Like a template that could literally be transformed into any card. And so, but I have been wanting to mess around with photo editing to do this. And I've been working on, I call it a messy card. A friend of mine calls it like an insanity card. But I have been working on this thing. And as you can see, it's just the first part of it. But I have done a flip card. I'm working on making it modal. Or MDF. Forget what it stands for. The one cast one side flip base cards. But I've also made it a flip card. So this is just the current work in progress, and I put an adventure on it. This is just something I've been working on in my free time in the background, just to be silly. Just wanted to share that. Muster the Departed. I'm really weird when it comes to Magic. There's a reason why I self-proclaim myself as a mad scientist of Magic. Because I am actually one of those weirdos that reads through all the rules just to find the little things that interact weird. I find like mutate to be one of the most broken things in Magic. Just because of what you can do with it. You can do really complex stuff and it's really hard to do. But you can. Alright, Nyx Bloom. Or Nyxborn. I don't like that they're putting the Nyx... Okay, either they need to do it on every... The Foundation... I don't know. I'm going back and forth on Foundation. Either I want them to now do all the Nyxborn templating for every enchantment ever, or they need to not do it at all. Because doing it on random stuff does not help. Two foil. And 3 non-foil. That's just my personal opinion on the Nyx style of enchantments. Either it needs to just be the standard, or they need to not just put it on random stuff. Orm's Chant. I don't even know how many times Orm's Chant's been reprinted. Borderless one. Let's see what we got. Pearls first. Pearl Ear Imperial Advisor. This is the normal foil. And Proud Pack Rhinos, 2 of them. Razor Grass Ambush, Rose Cotton Knights. And another Razor Grass Ambush. Rose Cotton Knight and 3 regular. S. On to the S's. Salvation Titan. Or Salvation Colossus. All the way down to Swords of the Plowshares. Extended art. Regular art. Cleave Apparition. It's been printed a ton. Zealots. 1 foil. And 3 regular. And a good old Swords to Plowshares that I have probably a ton of. Arabian Charm. Arabian, however you want to pronounce it. Volstrums. Two foil. And 1 regular. Orchid, wing it. Enchanter. That sounds right. White Orchid Phantom. This is borderless foil. Nice looking card. Foil wing it. If I had more money, I could buy more cards and have better music. But I'm trying to be on the low end right now. 4 wingets. Why? This is so light. I only got... You can tell pretty much how much somebody's opened of something by how many uncommons they've opened. I know it changes a bit more nowadays with the play boosters, but in the past, you could check. If you saw someone sorting packs. Oh, that's actually worth a thing. When it enters the battlefield, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment opponent controls. Path of the Skies. Nope, grabbed a perfect fit. This one I find funny because you can just use it to get a bunch of energy. And you don't really have to kill off anything except tokens. Alright, there's the first color done. I don't have my dividers. So I need to go grab a divider real quick. I like using these plastic dividers. Easy to throw in, easy to deal with. And then if I need to fill out a box, I have a bunch of these nice sponges. You don't need them because I also use I'll save deck boxes. I'll save deck boxes and just use those instead. But these sponges can come in handy when you have a nicer set or something. Actually, I usually use them and deck boxes. I'll put a sponge and then I'll put deck boxes. This was an hour and a half. I think that was a decent test. My back is actually bothering me too much and it's hard to sit in the whole camera view. So I want to thank you all for watching. Let me know if you like this. Yeah. Put messages in the comments. Ask me about magic stuff. I'll respond to it. But tell me what your favorite commander is. That's a good one. And let me know what you thought of this, and I will see you next time.